Good morning students. So in the next topic in your classes and object chapter is memory allocation for object and static data members or static class members. Now what is this memory allocation? How we are going to allocating the memory? So if you are considering here classes and objects, right? So you have, in case of class, you have data members as well as the member functions, right? So class members, that is data members and member function. Now how the memory is allocated for member functions as well as the data members here. So if you check this diagram here, right? So function 1, function 2, right? Which is shared by two objects here, object 1 as well as the object 2, right? If I am taking employee class, so I am using the two functions here, that is nothing but the get data as well as the show data, right? Function 1, function 2 is nothing but what here, get data and show data. Now, whenever you are declaring and defining the member function for the first time, right? At that time only the memory is allocated for the functions, right? So we have the concept is what? Memory allocation for the object. As soon as the member function is declared and defined, the memory is allocated for the member function, that is for get data as well as the show data. When you are coming to the objects here, right? So the same member functions are used by the different objects, that is nothing but it may be E1, E2, E3, right? So employee class if I am taking here, then in that case object will be what here? E1, E2, E3. So E1 dot get data means what? Employee, Anil, salary will be there. E2, Bharat, again salary. E3, Chetan, salary will be there. So objects will be different, but when you are using member functions will be what here? Same. Same functions will be accessed by what here? Different objects. So for the class members we have data members and member functions. When you are coming to the member functions, only once the memory is allocated for the member function. When you are coming to the data members, then in that case every time, right, whenever a new object is created, so every time separate memory is allocated for the data members. That's why you see here object 1 separate, object 2 is separate, but common thing is what here? Common thing is function. Both the objects are accessing the same member function. So only once the memory is allocated for the member function. When you are coming to the objects, that is nothing but the data members, right? So the memory will be allocated for the data members separately as soon as the new object is created. That is nothing but memory allocation for the object. So next concept we have static class members, right? Static class members. So again class members means what we have? That is nothing but static data members, right? And second one is static member functions. So class members, I told, class members is nothing but what? Data members as well as the member functions here. So when I am taking a static class member, so we have what? Two things, that is nothing but static data members as well as static member functions, right? So both we are using data members as well as a member function. So both are again same, normal variables only. Data members are nothing but what? Variables. So static variables and other variables both are similar here. What is the difference? Means I have to use the keyword, that is nothing but what here? Static. When I am coming to the member function, again they are similar here. So we have to use what here? Static. And static member function means here member function belongs to the class. Normal functions, there is difference here, right? Here we are using what here? Classes. So the function belongs to what? Belongs to the class. That is the difference here. Now I told here, so both static class members, right? So they are similar to the other data members, whatever we are using variables, right? In normal variables. But here when they are using in terms of classes here, right? It is having some special characteristics, right? So these points you have to write. Under that first point they have given, it is like a global variable for its class. I told here we are not using functions here. Static variables are defined inside the class here. So that's why it is considered as what here? Global variable for the class. Means within the class, right? From anywhere you can access that static variable. That's why global, right? Global is nothing but what? It is available everywhere, right? So everywhere means what? Within the class only here. Global variable for its class they have given, right? So within the class, so from anywhere you can access that static variable. That's why the first characteristic they have given. It is considered as a global variable for its class. And second point, whenever I am using the static variables, right, in that case, so whenever the first object, this point has to be highlighted. So whenever the object is created, right, the data members will be initialized with 0. In case of what? Static data members, right? Normal variable means what? You have to accept the data from the keyboard, employee name as well as the salary. But when you are taking this static variable, right? Whenever static variables are used within the class, so as soon as object is created, that variable data members will be initialized with what here? 0. That is the second characteristic. And third point is only one copy of the data member is created. So static data members, whenever you are creating, only a one copy, the same data member will be accessed by what here? Different objects. So static variable will be only one, but it is accessed by what here? Accessed by the different objects of the class here. And it is visible only inside the class. We are using what? The static variables. If you are declaring inside the class, right? It is visible only inside the class here. That's why these static variables are also known as a class variables. And so what is the lifetime of the static variable? So the lifetime of the static variable will be only inside the class, right? It is considered as what here? The lifetime of the static variable will be inside the class. Now, when you are coming to the declaration, how we are going to declare the static variable? Again, here we are using what? Classes. Inside the class as well as the outside the class. When you are declaring a static variable inside the class, what is the difference? Means inside the class, if you are using, you have to use the static keyword, right? See here, syntax: class followed by the class name, opening braces, closing braces, terminating of the class. Inside the class I am using, right, between opening and closing braces. So where I have to use the keyword what here? Static. So static followed by the data type of the variable, and then here what? The name of the variable. That is nothing but the count. When you are coming to the outside the class, when you are declaring a static variable outside the class, then you have to make use of this scope resolution operator, right? In first class I told the scope resolution operator will specify the scope of the variable, right? So that scope of the member function as well as the scope of the variable means that variable belongs to which class, that function belongs to which class, the scope of the function is within which class, whether it belongs to two classes. So that is used with what? Scope resolution operator. So when you are declaring a static variable outside the class, you have to follow this syntax. That is nothing but here return type followed by the class name and then scope resolution operator. Afterwards, you have to specify the name of the static variable. That's all. Here you are not using what here? Static keyword. But in case of inside the class, you have to make use of what here? Static keyword. When you are defining outside the class, then no need of using what here? Static keyword. But you have to make use of what here? Scope resolution operator. This is a declaration here. And I told, so static variables are considered as what here? Class variables. Why? Because they are defined inside the class, they are visible only inside the class. The lifetime of the static variable will be only within the class here. Now, one more we have, it is initialized outside the class, right? Suppose if you want to, you have declared the variable. Now, initialization, right? Initialization is nothing but what? Assigning values to the static variable. So initialization of static variable is done outside the class. Always you have to remember this thing, right? Initialization of static variable is done where? Outside the class. Again, outside the class means what did I told? You have to make use of what? Scope resolution operator. See here, data type followed by the class name. Class name is what here? Info. Scope resolution operator. The variable is what here? Count I have taken and I am initializing with what here? 15. Right? Initialization of static variable should be done outside the class where we are using what? Scope resolution operator and the value which you want to initialize with the static variable. So this is till what here? Static variables. Now second one is what? Static member functions, right? I told normal member function, static member function. Difference is what? You are going to make use of the static keyword and here we are using the static member function inside the class. So this point you have to remember. Now again, how we are going to declare the static member function? Again, you have what? Two things, inside the class and outside the class. When you are defining static member function inside the class, I told static keyword must be used. So, static followed by what here? Function name, opening, closing, braces, right? Member function. Now, when you are defining outside the class, then in that case, you have what? Class name, right? Followed by the scope resolution operator and followed by the function name here. Right? You are not using what? Static keyword. Here you have to specify the static keyword, but here you are not using what here? Static keyword. Directly class name, scope resolution operator. Whenever you are using scope resolution operator, means you are defining a static variable outside the class or static member function outside the class, followed by what here? Function name. So if you take here, class name is what? Info, scope resolution operator, and member function name is what? Here static member function name is what? Here get count. When you are defining outside, no need of using what? Here static, right, keyword. So directly you are using what? Here member function name, that is nothing but the get count. So till here you have what? Here theory part of the static variables as well as the static data members. Next we have programs related with the static variables and static member function. Thank you.